on this Thursday morning, August 7th. Thanks for joining us on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Fridmann.
And I'm Dan Schrack. We have two full hours to get through. So let's run down what we have brewing for you this Thursday.
All right, so this morning we're heading outside for From the Ground Up. Our resident garden guy, McLean, will be talking all about boxwood moths with the help from an expert from Birchcrest Tree and Landscape.
And then later, the wildlife rock stars are back in studio with us, introducing one of their exotic friends. Today, they will be bringing along Ozzy Owlburn. Ozzy Owlburn. That's the name of their Eurasian eagle owl.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. And then we're looking ahead to the weekend. Victor is the place to be. Today we're getting a special look at their upcoming 4th annual Victor Music and Food Festival. We'll sit down with the event producer and we're going to get a special in-studio performance from one of the bands getting ready to take the stage.
Do you think they're going to bring food for us today?
I hope so.
I'm so hungry today. I don't know what's wrong with me
today.
I know.
How many? You had 4 not dogs this morning, didn't you?
Don't judge me.
You
yes,
told
I did.
everybody.
I did. I had 4 not dogs. I had a protein cookie. 5 cantaloupes over the course of 3 days. And I just had a pouch of, I don't know, food from there.
That's wild.
And a Celsius.
So.
And I need to eat. I need more.
I think you need more water. I feel like you've been drinking less water.
That's my 3rd thing today.
Never mind. I take it back. All right, we got to switch gears. A check of the forecast now. Rain has moved out and a long stretch of heat is about to move in. Meteorologist McLean joining us now. Mark, wondering how hot it's going to get.
Yeah, starting out dry. It's always nice. It was also nice to see a little bit of that rain in the forecast yesterday for the afternoon and evening. But right now, just starting out with a few clouds. Not a lot going on in and around the city. There's a little bit of a haze out there, too, that you're going to notice. You can see that showing up pretty nicely on the HD Wham Cam. 65 degrees right now. The air quality index at 102. So anytime that number is over 100, that is a level that's unhealthy for sensitive groups. But southwest breeze is very light. And the dew point temperature's in the 60s, so you'll notice that part of the forecast, too. We'll reach the mid-80s late this afternoon, drop back through the 70s this evening, and it's going to be a warm weekend ahead. We were just talking about it. Upper 80s for Friday, near 90 for Saturday, and even more warmth beyond that, which we're going to be checking out in about 15 minutes or so.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Stoked. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
All right, let's go off the top and start with some of the stories that have piqued our interest. Quick shout out to Wayne Harris, one of our viewers who really enjoys the news of the weird here on ARC Rochester. Thank you for watching. I'm going to kick things off today with a nightmare you don't need the next time you book a family vacation. Renting an Airbnb, checking out early, and getting falsely accused of trashing the place with the help of AI-generated images, and then subsequently being charged thousands of dollars. That's exactly what happened to a woman from the UK who was studying abroad in New York City. She was renting a place for about 2 months, but she left early because she didn't feel safe. And that's when she says the host started accusing her of damages totaling more than $15,000. $15,000. The host said she shattered this coffee table, damaged a robot vacuum, stained a mattress, broke a microwave, ruined the couch, a TV, and the air conditioner. Basically everything short of lighting the apartment on fire. But here's where it takes a sharp left turn. The woman denied causing any damage. And after carefully comparing the photos the host submitted, she noticed something strange. The damage looked different in each picture. Not like the picture was taken from a different angle, more like different realities. So she believes the images were digitally altered and possibly created using AI software that can generate or manipulate photos in seconds. She appealed Airbnb's decision and even brought in an eyewitness who was with her when she checked out. Still, the company initially sided with the host, telling her she owed more than $5,000. That's until the British daily newspaper, The Guardian, started asking questions, and things changed. Days later, Airbnb reversed course, apologized, and refunded the full cost. of the 2-month booking, over $5,600. They also removed the host's negative review from her profile. Now, if you're wondering how this happens, how someone can submit questionable photos and nearly get away with it, that's because the tech to fake it is easy, fast, and cheap. Experts say tools to fabricate images are now so widespread that companies no longer take them at face value. You can actually use forensic software to detect whether the images are real or not. This isn't just about one bad host and one fake coffee table image. It's about how AI is being used in everyday fraud. Insurance companies are seeing it. Consumer platforms like Airbnb, we just told you, they're seeing it. And if companies don't adapt, it's the regular people, the you and I, who are going to end up paying for damage that never even happened. So yeah, it's an absurd story, but it's also a warning. If seeing is no longer believing, what proof do we actually trust? I don't know. Every day on social media, on some platform, on some email, you get stuff sent to you and you're like, it looks convincing.
Yeah.
But is it real?
Exactly. It's
and it's
so
better
hard.
every day.
It's
better every day.
Yeah. Yeah, it absolutely is. I think about that bunnies jumping on the trampoline video.
Yes.
So many people. An absurd number of people.
Millions thought it was real.
Yeah.
But this lady, when she was talking to The Guardian, she told The Guardian that when she reached out to Airbnb, she said, you can take us to trial and we will testify under oath. I did not cause this damage. This is absurd.
Yeah.
$15,000?
That's insane. That is absolutely insane.
But again, she didn't have to pay it.
That's good.
And she got her money back for having to stay in a place that she felt unsafe.
Well, I mean, that is
good
like,
for her.
You know, such a red flag too, right?
Yeah.
You get a temporary apartment in a place where you're going to be staying and, you know, you don't feel safe. I'm sure that the host was probably bitter about that, right? They're losing out on money.
That's exactly what she said. The host was bitter that she canceled the booking. She was like, okay, I booked it. I stayed for part of it. I don't feel safe staying here anymore.
Yeah.
And decided to leave. And that's when the issues started.
So crazy.
Yeah.
That's really, yikes, frustrating. Mm-hmm. All right, we got to move on to mine now. Question, what is the strangest reason that you've ever had to rush one of your pets to the emergency room?
We jumped out of a second-story window, shattered our femur, and subsequently had to have our leg removed.
Okay, all right. So this might apply to you. For me, my cat Dexter ate an entire catnip plant. I'm talking the leaves, the stems, the roots. He even ate some of the dirt.
Yo.
Too. Yeah, well, we got him in Burlington, Vermont, like enough said, right?
Yeah.
And so he had some blockage issues.
Okay.
To put it plain and simple. It was a few months after I got him. The vet bill was absolutely insane. Safe to say he's not allowed to have catnip anymore. It was shortly thereafter that I got pet insurance. But Nationwide Pet Insurance is holding a contest, and they do it every year, highlighting the most unusual events that led to surprise veterinary visits for the year. This is called the Hambone Award. Hambone. It's named after a dog who ended up getting trapped in a refrigerator and ate an entire holiday ham while he was in there.
Good for him.
Right? Like, I feel that. They've just announced the finalists for this year. You're taking a look at some of them right here. The stories are pretty incredible. These pets, honestly, they make Dexter's trip to the vet look like nothing, like a day at the zoo, honestly. So first up, there's Zaya, a Belgian Malinois from California. Zaya was kicked in the face by a bull while trying to protect his family from the angry animal. Pretty heroic right there. Then there's Wash, a dog from Tennessee, who ate an unknown number of cicadas from the backyard of his family's home. We don't exactly know just how many, but we can safely say it was a lot of cicadas. Then a cat named Salem reportedly swallowed an AirPod. Unfortunately, that earbud was never actually found, even though Salem went back and forth to the vet. One day, I'm sure the owner's going to find the AirPod just laying around somewhere, maybe in the couch cushions, and regret spending the hundreds and hundreds of dollars on x-rays and any other exploratory surgery. Then there's Maddie, a bulldog from Virginia who got sick for unknown reasons, but it was later determined she ate a taxidermied alligator. Foxtrot, a Great Dane who swiped a turkey leg right out of the tongs that her owner was holding and swallowed it in one big gulp. Only a couple more, so hang in here. Duke from Ohio ate an entire spatula head while licking peanut butter off of it. The stories go on and on and on. It would honestly take a while to go into detail for all of these friends. The most important part here is humans can vote for their favorite nominee for the Hambone Award until August 12th. Winners walk away with a trophy and a Petco gift card. There's also second and third place winners. They also walk away with a Petco gift card.
Do they also get free pet insurance for a year or something?
It didn't say that they do, but that would be a killer prize.
Yeah.
Right? But just absolutely awesome. And, you know, a big shout out to the vets and the vet techs out there that help
100%.
save these animals that get themselves into crazy situations. Did you have a favorite of those?
All of those are real. Listen, I like the reason for the name of the award, the ham bone,
It's
that
awesome.
the dog got stuck in
Right.
there and ate the entire ham.
I want to know how big the dog was. Are we talking like a little? If you got
I feel
stuck
like
in
it's
the
got to be a
fridge?
little dog if it's getting stuck in a fridge, unless it was a walk-in cooler and, you know, you had a Rottweiler who, you know.
I know. I didn't have
Strutted in
time to
there.
look up all the information on the Hambone Award.
Wild,
Maybe
though.
details to come once the winner is announced.
Yeah.
You know, the spatula one really got me.
Yeah.
I
The peanut butter
was laughing
spatula
about.
head. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. Listen, best of luck to all of the participants, and I'm glad they're all okay.
Yes, me too.
You know?
Yeah.
They survived to win. Hey, stick around. We've got a lot more to come here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we're checking in with Chris Lopez, who is live this morning, getting inside look at the Ontario County SWAT team.
And don't forget, take us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. We're back after this.
This Thursday morning, Chris Lopez is going full SWAT. He's getting an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the Ontario County's elite tactical team.
Yeah, from high-powered gear to canine units, hostage negotiations, and armored vehicles, Chris is suiting up and stepping into action. He's taken a look at what it really takes to be part of the team. For more, we go live to him now out in Canandaigua at the Safety Training Center, getting a lesson in shooting. Chris, field you're pretty familiar with.
Yes, a little bit familiar with the shooting aspect of the special weapons and tactics. Weapons key here, and I'm here with Sergeant Burnett, and we're talking about the layout of his kit, for a lack of better words, and why certain things are positioned there. I have Sergeant Burnett here to tell me about that. Things aren't just randomly thrown on someone's kit. They're there for a reason. It's positioned down to the umpteenth degree. Can you tell me about his kit?
Yeah, I mean, through training and missions, we learn what works, what doesn't work. And our kits are all set up generally the same, but just like our weapon systems, they are set up individually, so there's a little things that change here and there. But everything on the front is going to be stuff that we need to access in a hurry. They're for us. Anything on the back of his kit would be something where, as a team member of his, I would be able to access it for our team. His belt is set up, so if he does an emergency reload with a pistol or rifle, those things are going to come from his belt. This magazines that are held on the front of our kits would be more for when there's a lull in a fight or we're in a position to cover concealment. We could reload from there. Our communication devices are all synced through the front of our kit, so we're able to access and change the different channels and frequencies. He's got a couple flex cuffs there running into multiple people. As you see, he's got several tourniquets. We always want tourniquets for us as well as anybody that we may need to render aid to as well. Helmets are all set up generally the same, running the comms. So it's our ear protection and our communication, the night vision, the infrared. He's got a counterweight on his helmet because with the night vision's heavy in the front. So try to make it ergonomically better for him. Then on the back, we usually have our individual first aid kit on the back of either our belt or our kits. That's something that we're able to access with both hands in case we need to render aid to ourselves or another team member or an individual.
In terms of the weight, this is a lot of extra added weight to someone's already weight, whatever that may be. Does it make things harder when you have to get through windows, when you have to clear doors, when you guys have to move fast?
Yeah, I mean, everything we put on our kit, we think about weight. The lighter that we can be, the quicker we can move, the more efficient that we are. Speed is definitely part of the game, right? So the plates are, I mean, they're lightweight plates, if you will, but they still provide ballistic protection.
Quote, lightweight plates. Those are kind of heavy, and they do add some extra time to certain things. But let's get into the shooting aspect and why certain stances are a certain way and how he's going to start to operate his weapon here.
Yeah, so when as an operator or a shooter, we want to be balanced and have control of ourselves. So we call it a tack forward stance or our athletic or gunfighting stance. Whether we're hand-to-hand combat or we're pistol, rifle, or any implement we put in our hand, this is basically the stance that we're going to use. It's able to control that recoil, muzzle control, things like that to put fast, accurate rounds on target.
And so he's going to shoot a few rounds right now just to show you guys a small burst on that target there. You can go ahead and shoot. And from where his hand positioning is, it's not, everyone has a different hand positioning. It's not just, okay, this is how you hold a gun universally. He has his hand completely different from where maybe you would have your hand.
Correct. So we all, again, it's based off what works for us. The length of the stock, things like that are all adjustable. Most of us run a forward C grip. It just helps for maintaining that recoil, that ergonomic position of shooting, and yeah, just the way to work the things that are on our rifle. So.
Range time. How much range time are you spending just by yourself? To get really effective at shooting a weapon?
We see range time like physical conditioning time. We leave it on the operators to make sure that they stay up with that stuff. But we do have team incorporated range time, and it's countless hours. Countless hours of the range to be as proficient as what our guys are.
Countless hours on the range. That is how you be efficient at operating your weapon. Coming up next, you may see me out on the range. Someone pressured me into hopping on the range. I can't dive in with the dive team, the Ontario County dive team, and then not come here, get on the range, and just watch someone else shoot a weapon. So stay tuned for that here on ARC Rochester. Back to you guys in studio. We'll see how rusty I am. I haven't shot one since 2015.
Wow, all right, 10 years.
It's like riding a bike, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll come right back to you.
No.
All right, Mr.
Okay.
Lopez.
I don't know. I've never fired
No?
a gun. No.
Well, you could
A
get
squirt gun.
A squirt gun?
Yeah.
That's fair. Hey, stick around. When ARC Rochester returns, it's this morning's weather trivia.
Yeah, Mark McLean will be here coming up after this.
You suggested the question.
Well, you got the idea from TikTok, right? It was our TikTok friends.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
But we got the question.
Welcome back. Mark is here now. We have weather trivia to get to. We also have to talk about the forecast.
Yeah.
More hazy weather on the way.
Hazy weather, smoky sky still. You know, I mean, kind of everything that we've been dealing with the last couple of days still out there floating around, and trivia. So this is something that I don't think we've talked much about since we started up the weather trivia. I talked about the wind a little bit. You know, we've had a couple of, how gusty did it get? You know, where's the record, this, that, and the other thing. But I don't think that we've ever talked about which of the following is
Look at that, I know.
that
I
can
know.
measure wind velocity and weather. It's the picture, isn't it?
Yep, it's the picture.
It's just, it.
That's like Dan with
Takes
his
your-
coffee breath every morning.
Get your hands off me. Don't touch me.
I'm sorry.
Don't touch
I'm
me.
sorry. I love you. I love you so much.
No, we're done.
Not saving it. Oh, no. Is it the wind vane, the anemometer, the barometer, or the psychrometer that measures wind velocity in the atmosphere, or that thing on the side that's spewing something?
Good luck, you're on your own.
Oh my God.
He's not even
You're
participating.
on your own.
He will not even participate
No.
now.
You already knew the answer though.
I know.
Okay.
Well, he is in training, so
That's true. Yeah.
this is something I'm sure they covered in the.
Stop.
The chair is moving
Now they're
farther.
gonna yell at you because you're out of the light.
Yeah, you got to reframe
Listen,
the
I
shot
would
here.
sit in the dark.
Oh boy. He's just take him out. All right.
Perfect.
Right there.
It's honestly not bothersome.
It's not bad.
Actually, this is kind of a good look.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about this.
Yeah, it's a nice two-shot. Yeah. That's what they call that in TV. Mm-hmm. TV news. Two-shot.
All right.
Not a trio.
Are you gonna come back?
Is he coming back? He's not coming back.
Listen,
That's
I
all
love
right.
you so much.
All right,
You
he's back.
obviously do not have coffee breath. Your teeth are perfect. You have floss at your desk. You have nothing to worry about.
Come back.
Nothing but love for you, brother.
Exceptional oral care.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Let's talk about weather. Let's get back to weather. Look at the haze. Ooh. It's nice that we can move the camera again, though, right?
It is.
Yeah.
We caught the sun a little bit earlier, and it was playing peekaboo with us.
Yeah, where is it?
Yeah, it's out of frame now, so it's technically to the top right-hand side of the screen that we're looking at. But 65, obviously we're looking at the air quality issues again. Anytime that number is above 100, the air quality considered unhealthy for sensitive groups. So if you had some symptoms the last couple of days, today the air is in a very similar place. But last night, this was interesting. Did you catch one of these? One of these downpours? It was prolific if you did. Out towards Spencerport had about an inch of rain. Areas further west than that had 2 to 3 inches in some of those spots out into Orleans County. So, you know, they did have some flash flood warnings out in Erie County out towards Buffalo, but I don't believe that we had any formal ones close to Rochester.
I was just going to say, you guys were talking about this earlier this morning, and I just nodded along like I knew you were talking about. 'Cause I got no rain.
Yes.
Really?
I got nothing. No.
I have 2 pictures. I should put them up here. The cracks in the ground, we were talking about them yesterday. And then, because I went out for a walk, I got home from work, I went for a walk, and I'm looking at the backyard. I'm like, this looks like the desert Southwest. I mean, this thing is, there's cracks that are half an inch wide. And then an hour and a half later, there was 1.5 foot of water because it's a swale that fills up with runoff from a parking lot that's nearby, and it was 6 feet wide. And it was covered, you know, in a stream.
Wild.
You could have had a rubber ducky race on.
Lake McLean.
Lake
Yeah.
McLean that's what we talk about. But yeah, it's just amazing how fast things can change. But you know, I guess it targeted the right spot because areas west of Rochester are technically a little bit more dry over the last 6 weeks than some other spots out into central New York. So that was a good thing to see. It's nice to see a little rain when it gets so dry. But you don't want to see rain today at Bill's training camp. You're not going to get it. Sunshine and temperatures in the 70s out there for Josh's last hurdle at St. John Fisher this season. How about that? But HD satellite, just a little bit of cloud cover out there. I don't think it's anything that's going to slow you down too much. It's still that large area of high pressure to our northeast that's keeping things nice and quiet, and we'll do so tonight and also into Friday. So a nice end of the work week on your screen right there. Those big blue H's mean nice and quiet weather, and some like it hot. And if you do like it hot, you are going to love the forecast next week. The Northeast is going to bake under a large heat dome. High pressure to our south and east. That's going to warm things up. But we'll reach the mid-80s today as temperatures climb with a little sunshine. Later tonight, we'll drop back to the mid-60s. And our extended forecast, here you go, could end up being the warmest. Now, the warmest day of the year is 93. So I believe Monday has a real chance at becoming the, quote, warmest day of the summer. May reach the mid-90s.
Yeah, do you think we could do like 94, 95?
It's possible. The setup is definitely there. The question would be for that day, cloud cover or something like that. If we did have a little bit, it would hold it back. But right now, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case.
It's the perfect week for a vacation.
Are you? Is it a
Just saying.
staycation?
Stay or away?
No, I'm moving around a little bit.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Good.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's awesome.
Yep.
We'll just be here working away.
Beach weather.
What else is new?
Yep,
Enjoy.
I will.
All right.
Hey, don't go anywhere. We've
This
got so much-
relationship is permanently damaged.
It's on the edge this morning.
No.
A lot more to come here on Arc Rochester.
We're back after this.
Thursday morning. Thanks so much for joining us here on ARC Rochester. It's time to take a look at some of the stories that have people talking in this morning's Trending Now.
All right, so we're going to start off with some adults managing their stress in a unique kind of way.
Yeah, thousands of young adults in China are picking up on a new trend of using adult-sized pacifiers, to soothe themselves when feeling anxiety.
According to Chinese e-commerce, the binky business has become big within the past few months.
Yeah, no. They are sold as sleep aids, stress relievers, even smoking cessation tools.
So they range in prices, budget-friendly, $1.40 to a luxury $70.
A luxury pacifier? A luxury pacifier for an adult? According to those who are avid pacifier poppers, they are used at all times throughout the day, at work, when shopping, sleeping, even cooking at home. So it's doing nothing for you.
What do you mean?
It's soothing them.
They need soothing all day?
People got issues, man.
Listen, it's time to put on your adult pants. Take the diaper off. Cut the cord. My gosh.
People say it creates a sense of safety and calms them when things are getting hard, but some medical experts are giving warnings about the trend.
Yeah, many say pacifiers can interfere with your breathing. Yup. They mess with your bite. Yup. They strain your jaw. They sure do. They even disrupt sleep.
Unfortunately, the trend has made its way to TikTok, and thousands of American TikTokers are jumping on the trend themselves, showing videos of them sucking on the silicone in traffic, at work, and some at the gym. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do what?
I thought we were going to see the video of her.
Oh, this is beyond mind-blowing.
It's a little wacky.
It's not a little wacky. Anyone, a grown adult with faculties that are in order and complete, who's using a pacifier.
I've heard about people eating hard candy to soothe anxiety.
Okay.
And I have always thought, like, that's very interesting, but I can't imagine keeping one in my purse or my work bag and being like,
why are we regressing? Why are we going to drink out of a bottle then, too? Like, I ask seriously, do we need to go back to mashed food in a jar for these people as well? Diapers. These are the people, they are the reason that we have warning labels to not drink bleach on the bottle. These, again, are Tide Pod Challenge survivors.
It's really weird.
It's true. It's true. That's bizarre. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
We've hit a spot for Dan.
All right, let's move along.
Gone too far.
To a revelation that has fast food fans shocked.
All right, so for decades, customers have speculated just exactly what Grimace, the big purple McDonald's character, is. Some have said he's just a monster. Others saying he's a representation of a milkshake. I don't know.
What do you think?
My knowledge of McDonald's is very limited. I didn't really know who
Grimace is the purple one.
I know, and I only know that because he had the milkshake thing a couple years back, and we ran the story a million times.
He looks like a wider purple bowling pin.
That's him.
That's him right there. Well, McDonald's has finally revealed his true identity. Grimace is a taste bud. Why is it purple and inflamed?
According to McDonald's representatives, he's an enormous taste bud served to show that the food tastes good.
Okay. People are not happy with this explanation, and many refuse to accept this as truth.
Maybe you should grab your pacifier. I'm sorry, that was mean.
No, listen,
That was mean.
That's the people who say, oh no, I don't like that they're the people that are using pacifiers. 100% hands down using a pacifier. Moving on to a food story.
You have to give me like a couple seconds to process what you're saying, because sometimes I just can't. Like, it just takes me a second.
There's so much that goes on inside this skull of mine.
How do you like sift through it all?
Well, and it's a difficult job because there is so much that I know wants to come out that is just going to get me fired. Yeah. Or get us kicked off the air. Moving on now to a food story that's dedicated to the condiment lovers. Heinz getting ready to take its ketchup to the next level.
I don't know what it is yet.
Now you do.
I see it on the screen, but Ashley, just for the record, I don't want to try this. The brand is
It's already ordered.
partnering with Smoothie King to release the first ever tomato ketchup smoothie.
Described as bold and tangy fruit blend featuring Heinz Simply Ketchup.
So it's a limited time smoothie. It is a blend of acai.
Look at what they're pouring into that cup.
Acai
so
sorbet. Strawberries?
What are
strawberries?
Strawberry.
it's true. This is when a typo can get you into a lot of trouble. Thankfully, this was okay.
Small strawberries.
Or like a
strawberry spaghetti.
GMO strawberry.
Yeah.
You know?
Also raspberries, apple juice, and Heinz ketchup into the so-called perfect drink.
The drink is only available at select Smoothie King locations in Atlanta, Chicago, Denver. Did we see how we spelled Denver?
No, wait, scroll back up.
Denver is spelled Devenver.
Dan, I would expose you for your mistakes.
I love you, Ashley. Miami and New York for just $5.70.
According to the two brands, it's a great concoction because tomatoes are currently having a moment and trending when it comes to food this year.
Those who've tasted the smoothie say it's well balanced when it comes to that ketchup flavor. So because we don't have Smoothie King around us,
Yeah.
giving you a challenge. We will pay you $20.
Because that's our budget.
That's our daily budget. We will pay you $20 plus the cost of the smoothie. I'll buy the smoothie from them and take the $20 out of petty cash. If you can get us one of those smoothies, email us, challenge accepted at news@13wham.com. Can you do it? I think you can.
My mouth is sweating.
You already have breast milk ice cream to try.
Stop it.
Stick around. We've got so much more coming up on this show this morning, including when we come back, we're once again checking in with Chris Lopez, who's getting a special look at Ontario County's SWAT operations.
Don't forget, watch us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. We're back after this. This morning, Chris Lopez isn't just talking about SWAT. He's actually living it. He's with the Ontario County's elite team, getting a closer look at their tactical training.
Yeah, a look at the strategic operations, the K-9 units, armored vehicles, and even hostage negotiations. For more on what it takes to become a member of the SWAT team, he is live, geared up for us this morning at the training facility in Canandaigua. Hey, Chris, looking good.
Hey guys, last time I had this stuff on or some stuff like this, I was 10 years younger. My hair was a lot shorter and I was way more disciplined. But SWAT team here took that over. You guys are all disciplined. You guys are light. You guys are ready to go. But I want to get into that. You told me something really important. You can be incredibly fast. You can be incredibly strong. You can have all the endurance in the world. But when it comes to operating well, if you guys go into a room and you have to select between what is a threat and what is not a threat, what's going on up here is most important.
Absolutely, yeah. The most important thing is the 6 inches between our ears. Just processing information really fast, making those split-second decisions. That's what makes these guys elite and how they operate. Yeah.
And what is that like? You're going in, and we could just talk training, purely training only. When you go into a room and you have to assess threat levels, what is a threat, what's not a threat, and from first-hand experience, they try and trick you, try and make things that look like a threat, they're not really a threat, or something that may not look like a threat really is a threat. How do you differentiate that? What goes on in your mind? Do you have a checklist that's going on?
Yeah, we call it our target discrimination process, and starts with our whole person. The guys are taking in everything in that room. They're taking in the whole person. Then the next thing is their hands. Right? Everybody has to use their hands to do anything to be threatening for the most part, right? And then where can they grab things? Waistline, immediate grabbable area. And then their demeanor overall. How are they acting? How are they presenting? Those things can all speed up, and the quicker you can get through that on each individual person that we come into contact with, the better decisions that are made.
You guys are almost solving complex math equations like this. They're asking you to do this quickly. And one of the things that helps you guys do that is shooting, obviously, but it's not really just pointing a gun down range and pulling the trigger. There's something called a ready up drill.
Yep.
I'm very familiar with it. You guys do it a lot here, and it helps you guys go from relaxed to game time. And then we're going to test that out right now. But can you talk to me about why the ready up drill is important and what you guys are looking for when you guys are doing this?
Yeah, so while we're going through that process that we just talked about, that target discrimination, we are not always looking through and off the safety and ready to pull the trigger. So we need to get there quickly if we need to try to eliminate that time gap of deciding that this is a shoot situation and being able to put accurate rounds. So an up drill is an effective way to get that repetition so that we can make that decision and be efficient with our rifle.
And then we have a deputy here that's going to test or show us the ready up drill and how it's done and kind of walk me through. You have a timer out right now, and you're going to see pretty much how fast he's doing it?
Yeah, so we'll do 3 rounds on the tone, and we'll see how quick he can go from high ready position here.
Okay.
All right. Shoot 3 rounds. Shoot online. Ready?
Ready.
1.32.
1.32 seconds is how fast he has to make that decision, and that decision has to be absolutely correct. I want to try that. And
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. Shooters
Disclaimer, I did do some practice rounds. I could not help myself at all. I had to run, I think, probably, 7 or 8 rounds downrange and see how I did. But let's see how I do right now on live television.
All right, shooters online, 3 rounds, 3 rounds on the tone. Shooters online, ready? 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 Last time, ready?
Can I go full auto?
Is there any left?
I don't know.
Send it.
Okay.
Ready?
Fully automatic. I'm going to send the guys back to you on this. Oh.
Hold on a second.
One round left. We'll drop this mag.
On you.
Back to you in studio.
my God.
Wow.
Can't believe they...
Don't go anywhere, because when Arc Rochester returns, who knows what'll happen.
We're back after this.
.49 this morning. For this morning's reported recap, we want to go to Ontario County, where a woman is demanding answers after severe bullying against her daughter is now reaching her home.
As 13WM's Christian Garzone reports, the family found life-sized, disfigured sex dolls and toys on their property. A warning, some of the details in this story are graphic.
For years, Tanya Larson of Phelps says her daughter has been the victim of bullying at the hands of fellow students at Midlakes. She says there was a lull until an argument last week on social media, her daughter standing her ground.
So she kind of acted out and said, oh, come here then, because I wanted to know who they were. So they ended up coming here at 10 o'clock, threatening her.
Larson says they made verbal assaults from the roadway, including racial slurs. Doing so for hours, eventually telling the family to come outside around 1 a.m.
And then we went down to the end of the driveway and we found a giant Fleshlight sex doll alongside of it with its breast cut off, its head cut off, with a giant sex toy.
Larson filing a police report right away.
We've been investigating this incident up in the town of Phelps.
Sheriff David Serencion says it's a team of juveniles, and so far they haven't been able to hold them accountable.
Both the district attorney's office and the county attorney have weighed in and said at this point what's occurred does not rise to the level of a crime for us to be making a juvenile arrest.
But Larson says the person driving these young teen girls around is an 18-year-old. The sheriff says he's aware of that and they are investigating.
If you're 18 and you're driving juveniles, then yeah, the consequences in the bar for them is different.
Larson says her daughter has faced years of mental health challenges because of this severe harassment and is now homeschooled. The bullies, she says, need to reflect on how much damage they've done to her family.
I just want to stop this because these kids are going to get older, and if they're doing this at the ages of 13, 14, 18, what are they doing? What are they going to be doing in the future? And the bullying has to end at Midlakes.
And Christian Garzone joins us for more on the story. We do have comments. We'll get to those in a couple of seconds after we talk about the absurdity, if you will, of the story. Something you pointed out to us while we were just watching that now, that these teens, these young teens, are being driven around by an 18-year-old.
Yeah, that's what Mrs. Larson said, is they're 13 to 14-year-old girls, and an 18-year-old is driving them around. I asked the sheriff about that. The sheriff said, well, I don't want to comment too much on that, but if you are an 18-year-old doing this, there will be immediate consequences for that when it comes to harassment, things like that, because obviously at 18, you're an adult. And usually when, from being in the industry, when law enforcement kind of stops you and says, we're not going to comment, usually that means there's an investigation underway, and you're kind of hitting a detail there with your hammer, So there could be some accuracy to that, and unfortunately, because these are 13 or 14-year-olds, the sheriffs are in touch with the families, the parents, talking to them. But there's more out there who are doing this. I think it's a gang of maybe 5 to 6 young people doing this. It's been going on for, I think, several years now.
You got to wonder, though, what an 18-year-old would be doing with a bunch of 13-year-olds.
And I have to say this, talking to some of the guys at work yesterday when I was doing this story, back in our day, toilet paper, eggs, prank phone calls, etc., stealing a Playboy. That's more like theft and not really a prank, but it's just, this is another level of prank and like investment. I mean, this is not a mannequin, by the way. I saw it, I jiggled it. It's like a 120-pound doll, silicone on the ground. I don't think those are cheap. And then the sex toys, which you probably know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
They were the size of mailboxes. They were huge. And she threw them out on this box. They go across the ground. I'm like, oh my God, there's the head, the breast that was cut off from the doll, and then these things that were lobbed at the house. They're huge.
Disturbing.
It's
it
disturbing.
Really is. When you think of the mutilation that was done to the mannequin, the doll as well. It seems like a threat.
Exactly.
That's how I interpreted it the first time around.
Absolutely, it's a threat. And again, just the commitment to this, to spend money. How do you acquire this stuff? You're 13, 14 years old. Maybe if there's an 18-year-old, maybe that's where the answer is. But where do you even, I think there's a show world off the thruway out there, like Whiskey Hill Road. They would probably have this stuff, but I mean, I don't know. I don't park my car and stop in there and take a look. But it's just like that's, I guess, if someone would acquire that stuff, that's where it might be. And there were lighter moments with Miss Larson where we're talking about this stuff, and you do kind of start to laugh a little bit because it's a little bit ridiculous.
It's bizarre.
It's
bizarre, but at the same time, you kind of just censor yourself again and think, this is disgusting. For between 10 and 1 a.m., you're outside the house, and I have videos that she gave me, allegedly, of the people shouting things at the house, come on outside, F you. They're using racial slurs, and this goes on for 3 hours outside the house.
That's ridiculous.
Off and on,
I want to get to some of these comments, Ashley, if we can pull some of these up, because, Christian, a lot of people are weighing in on this story. Lily says, no, that's so unsettling for their age to have a sex doll, as you mentioned, and to mutilate it and leave it on someone's property is the start of something worse. There needs to be consequences.
Let's take a look at another one here. Haley says school districts across New York State, and even the country for that matter, need to not only have bullying policies for on-campus, but off-campus as well. This is a no-brainer. And Christian, you said the bullying got so bad, she's actually homeschooled,
She's
correct?
homeschooled, and I do want to say before we get to Joshua's comment, remind me, because Midlakes did weigh in. I like to say what that, but proceed.
Joshua says, I was bullied at Midlakes. That is a very ignored problem. And I know many parents, children who have had to deal with it as well. So, again, people passionate about this. They know what it's like to be in someone else's shoes on the receiving end of threats and bullying, and apparently even in that school district. But the lengths, the grotesque lengths that these individuals have done or are alleged to have done, it blows your mind.
It really does. And I should say the bullying started, and a lot of people who are older, we say, thank God social media didn't exist when we were kids. This young lady who's being bullied, I won't get into details, but there was a video posted on social media a few years ago, and the fallout from that has lasted all this time. And she's been bullied for that. And I did have some parents who emailed me yesterday saying, look, don't care for this family, this girl's no angel. I said, again, we have a benefit of being outsiders looking in with this job, because you can just kind of say, okay, great, you might not care for this family, but does that excuse lobbing sex toys and disfigured sex dolls at a property and harassing somebody for 3 hours. No, it doesn't.
No.
Midlakes did weigh in. I'm surprised. I'm glad they got back to me because it's summertime.
Yeah.
Midlakes got back to me, the superintendent, saying, you know, we do not condone this behavior by our students on or off campus. However, we are not a law enforcement agency. We cannot, you know, rein in this conduct from people off hours, off campus, et cetera, which is understandable.
I mean, it's summer break. There's no oversight there at this point.
No, there isn't.
Yeah.
So just, you know, a good story that got a lot of conversations going, but such a horrible incident.
It'll be interesting to see where this goes with law enforcement now involved.
Indeed. Thank you, guys.
So much.
Thank you. Time right now is 8:57. Much more to come this morning on ARC Rochester.
We're back right after this.
o'clock on this Thursday morning, August 7th. Thanks for staying with us on Arc Rochester. I'm Abby Fridmann.
I'm Dan Schrack. Meteorologist Mark McLean back with us again with another check of the forecast and the answer to today's windy weather question.
Yeah. What device in weather measures the wind? And we have four choices here. We could check it out. Is it a wind vane? Listen, I can't top what just happened. We're just going to leave that alone. Anemometer, a barometer, or a psychrometer?
The question is it A, B, C, or D? And we did have
answers?
We did have people weigh in on social media. I'll let Mark get this together. Julia, Eva, Yvonne.
I think they're on the right
Mary, Charles, Deborah. They Googled it,
Yeah,
I think. They all
they
picked
watched
B.
your TikTok live, maybe. You were talking about
Oh,
it?
yeah.
But the answer wasn't on TikTok.
No, we didn't have.
No.
We didn't talk about that.
But the answer is B.
So what do you say?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Yeah, that was
Boom.
not that difficult, right? And they're devices that measure wind velocity and weather, but the wind vane is a device that measures the direction that the wind is coming from. Okay, not the direction. Sometimes you'll look at it in reverse in weather, and this is a question that a lot of students in meteorology get wrong initially, is that wind vanes measure the direction the wind is coming from, not the direction the wind is going to.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's easy to get those reversed because the flag points in the direction that the wind is going.
Yes.
So that can be confusing.
Well, and I mean, there's you've also got wind triangles and wind socks.
Yep. Which also point in the direction that the wind is going, but the wind vane will actually point in the direction the wind is coming from. So good stuff.
There you go.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
All
We're
right.
going to learn about boxwood moths coming up.
Yeah, about
We are.
Buckle
what,
up.
10, 15 minutes here.
Yeah.
But, what those boxwood need is a little drink, right? We got a little drink at the airport yesterday, about 1/10 of an inch of rain. Some spots did better than that, an inch or two, if you got caught in one of those thunderstorms. But this little one. Cheyenne doesn't want any rain, right?
No.
Nice dry
Likes
yard.
the sunshine.
Yes.
Get out there, get the zoomies out today, right?
You definitely see the muddy paws on this one.
Yeah, what's left of the lawn, right?
Yeah.
It's been a dry summer. There's no doubt about that.
Just be out there.
We have dry paws as far as the eye can see.
Wow. Look at
Right
that.
through next week, probably late Tuesday, Wednesday.
Gonna be hot paws though at some point.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch that next week on the pavement for sure. But the sun is trying to come through. It's still that air quality issue with the wildfire smoke, 69 degrees. With the south breeze at 7, the dew point number is still elevated. That's still at 63, so that's definitely in a place where you'll feel the humidity. We'll be out there in a minute in it, but the air quality index, when it gets into that 100 range, that's the unhealthy for sensitive groups range. So if you had any symptoms the last couple of days, likely today would be the same story for you. But the HD satellite does still have a little bit of cloud cover around. That cloud cover is going to thin out late this morning into this afternoon as large high pressure starts to clear out the atmosphere for us. So we should be in pretty good shape here for the afternoon, evening, overnight, and also for the end of the work week on Friday. Now, those little white lines that are on the screen, those indicate a direction that the wind will go parallel to, okay? And the wind is going to be coming out of the southwest heading into the weekend, and that's going to give us that nice little warm-up and also keep it dry for a while. Again, it's probably going to be late Tuesday, Wednesday of next week where we actually see that chance for rain come back into play. But back to sunshine today. That noticeable haze is going to stick around, low to mid 80s. It's not a full moon tonight, although you'll see lots of moonlight. The full moon actually comes in on the 9th. We'll see more humidity this weekend, a little bit tropical feel. If we get up to 93, that's going to rival the warmest temperature that we've had so far this season. If we go beyond 93, that would make Monday potentially the warmest day so far of the year, and some scattered showers around for Wednesday of next week as well.
A wind T, also another device that points in the direction the wind is coming.
Yeah, and going back to the anemometer too for the velocity. There's handheld ones. We have one for our drone.
We have one.
Yeah, to measure, if it's safe to fly or not. There's spinning cup anemometers. The problem with the anemometer is, since we got a quick second here, as one cup catches the air, so like the wind's coming at the 3 cups that are spinning, and they're spinning in a circle. The wind pushes one cup, but one cup is also faced the other way and pushing into the wind. So the anemometer always has a true wind speed that's a little bit lower than the actual wind speed. You could add a degree or two. You can't do that for scientific accuracy, but it
I
should
wonder,
be faster.
do most of the digital devices today take that in that variation into account?
Or they use wire anemometers, which measure how fast the wind is going by a hot wire or something like that. Then you don't have any moving parts either.
Okay.
So for remote weather stations, you would want one of these because then you don't have to. I mean, if a tree branch whacks, it's dead.
You don't have to go on.
And they can only spend. The other part of that is in a tornado or a hurricane, something
only goes so fast
until it flies apart.
Yeah.
So you can only get a wind velocity so high on a device that's moving. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Interesting stuff, right?
Yeah.
I liked that movie, Twister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 1996 version.
Oh, the original
where they
one.
had Dorothy and
the cows.
went up without. Yes, there's cow. There's another cow.
We
No,
have
I think that's the same cow. All right, stick around. We've got a lot more to come right here on Arc Rochester this morning, including when we come back. We're looking ahead to a Possum upcoming fundraiser.
Don't forget, take us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. We're back after this.
Hey, this Sunday, get ready for a whole lot of Talwagon because the Barkin at the Pomona at Blue Barn.
Sorry.
Fundraiser, It's Okay, is back celebrating 7 years of furry fun.
Yeah, this morning we're getting a sneak peek at the fundraiser for the year and how it benefits local rescue dogs. For more, we're joined now by Janine Dana, the president of Champs Pity Network. And we also have Willie with us this morning. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely, we're happy to
Good
be
morning,
here.
sir. Good morning.
Listen, I want to talk about the fundraiser in a second, but first tell us about Willie.
Look at this
What a
guy.
handsome boy.
Willie, he's approximately 5 years old. We rescued him about 4 years ago. He was a foster failure, so we fostered him, but fell in love very quickly. So he stayed with us, and he's a great breed ambassador to go out and meet everybody.
We were talking during the break. Willie he's all head, and his whole head is mouth.
Yes.
From ear to
smile
ear.
is
Look at this guy.
I know.
Can you sit?
Yeah.
All right. We fill that mouth. We fill it out.
Oh, he's so well behaved. He's so handsome.
Yeah.
So talk to us about this event.
So the name was a little confusing because we've moved next door. We're always at Blue Barn Cidery. And then this year, they're like, you guys are so big and great, we're going to move you next door to Pomona.
Got
which
it.
is same parking lot, same area. We're just setting up in the grass next door.
Got it.
So that's why it was a bit of a mouthful for you there.
That's okay.
Yep, we're in our 7th year. We're at Blue Barn Cidery over at Pomona this year. We have 20 local vendors. We have live music from Ben Sheridan. You can get beer and cider and wine over there. They have food. We have, did I say 20 local vendors? We got that?
Yep. And will Willie be there?
Willie will be there. He loves to come out and give some kisses. You can get tiny tattoos while you're there. We have a little tattoo artist set up.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, they do little dog ears. You can get whatever you'd like. If you've got somebody at home you want to commemorate on your arm in memory.
That's wonderful.
Right? These ears would be a perfect tattoo, huh?
I mean, they would be a perfect tattoo. You're getting a profile
He's
here
ready.
of Willie. Willie's how old did you say?
Approximately 5 or 6.
About 5 or 6
Yeah,
years
sometimes
old.
it's hard
And
with
such
rescue
a
dogs.
Good boy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he likes the food.
Yeah, well,
He knows right where the treats are
Yes, he
stored.
does.
Exactly.
So positive reinforcement works. Look, if you use treats to train your dog, look how good they listen, huh? Can you sit?
Absolutely.
Goodbye.
Do we know why Willie didn't do so well in his first with his first family?
Yeah, Willie was an owner surrender, so that means that they had decided to, make a choice for him as a different home. They said he was not staying off of the furniture in the home.
Okay.
But at my house, he has his own couch, his own room. He's living his best life. So,
there is a furry friend for everyone.
absolutely.
Out there.
Well,
Yep.
there's a family for every furry
Absolutely.
friend, too.
We will have 2 local rescues there set up with adoptable dogs. We'll have 10 adoptable dogs from Positive Chance Rescue Team and GRASP, which is 2 local organizations.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And so if somebody goes and they attend and they fall in love, what comes next? An application, an at-home visit? Like, what are the steps?
Yeah.
I imagine you're not just walking away with the dog.
We wish, because that would be so fun, right? But no, we have to vet you, and we'll go through an application process to find out the perfect match for you and the dog, so everybody's happy forever.
They vet you vet the dog,
Yup.
the dog goes to the vet.
All of
I mean,
it.
it all works
Support
out.
your local vet,
Well, and what's wonderful is we have so many great local rescue organizations. And far too often we see so many dogs in need of homes, and they're not placed for far too long, and we don't deserve them.
Right? Look at this joy. Joy on a leash.
All he wants to do is love you and make you happy, and maybe for you to give him some TREATS.
Yeah, it's a good
Look at that.
Yep. And we started a new local rescue. We're called Champs Pity Network
Okay.
to help try to support the shelter and get some more dogs out of there.
And
It's wonderful.
I want to talk quickly about pit bulls and the breed in general. A lot of the time there's fear associated, right? People hear, oh, the dog's a pit bull, oh, it's a pit mix, and that is typically the reaction.
Yep.
What's your response to
My
that?
response is you haven't met one. I always say you're scared of them or you're nervous, you must not have met one. Because once you meet this guy, how can that not change your mind?
Yeah.
They're wonderful animals. It's just treating them with kindness and respect and building a trustful relationship. And look at this, you got your best friend.
Yeah.
So any breed can have issues.
He truly is all smiles.
Yeah.
And look, the tail has not stopped wagging since he walked in here.
It's a treat bump.
He's here to make you happy.
Yeah.
That's what he wants.
Yeah, and that's a big part of the breed. They're just so happy and funny and loving and goofy and silly and strong. And, they have other qualities that can be used in the wrong way. But
I think if you give them a loving home and, treat them as part of the family.
Yes.
It's,
They just need a chance.
Yep, they're
That's
great family
all
dogs.
They need.
Yeah.
If somebody is sitting at home, they want to learn more, or they say, I'm not going to be able to make it to the event, but I would love to help out. I would love to send a donation. We have extra bags of dog food at our feed store. How do they get in touch with you guys?
We're on
Who should they reach out to?
We're on Facebook and we're on Instagram. It's champs_pity_network on Instagram, and then you can find us on Facebook as well. The event has a Facebook page, Barking at the Blue Barn. You can find us there. So we're as many places as we can be.
And again, Willie will be there.
Yes, he will.
Signing autographs.
Yeah, give it some kisses, huh?
Yes, he will. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it.
We're
Thank
happy
you
to
for
be
coming
here.
in, buddy.
Good job.
He doesn't want anything to do
Willie's
with us.
like locked in on
only.
the
Like, I
streets.
know
Food
where
only.
the food is stored.
He didn't steal any, so that's good. Normally he'll jump and steal some, so he did good.
Well,
and he's
best behavior for the kid.
Yeah, he sits right down for it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
come
he's
on,
ready.
please, I'm
He
being
knows.
good.
I wore this treat pouch for a long time, huh?
We'll post all of this information and everything you need to know if you want to go on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning. Once again, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And
Thank you.
Willie.
All right, don't go anywhere. When we come back, this morning's From the Ground Up.
Mark McLean is going to be live in the garden with more on the other side of the break.
Welcome back. It is time for From the Ground Up. This morning, our resident garden guy is diving deep into all things boxwood moths, and he's going to tell us how we can prevent them.
Yeah, for more, let's go live to Mark McLean outside in the Arc Rochester Garden with Mark McGee, plant health care supervisor and certified arborist from Birchcrest Tree and Landscape. Hey there, Mark.
Hey, Dan. Hey, Abby. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I'm out here with Mark from Birchcrest Tree and Landscape, and we're talking about boxwoods. We actually have some here at the station. We're going to have a landscape put in right along some of our sidewalks, and these plants are happy and healthy and thriving. But thank you for coming on and talking about this. I've heard from several folks now through questions on social media, email, Facebook, and they're saying, I had these beautiful boxwoods in my front landscape or wherever they were, and now they are completely gone, and it has happened so quickly. What can I do? Or the plant is in the middle of its life, and these caterpillars, these moths come in and just wipe it out. So thanks for being on, Mark.
Sure.
And anything you can add, and maybe we should start with where these things came from, right?
Sure. They were native to Eastern Asia and were first identified in Canada in 2018. Started migrating across the border at the Niagara coastline, Lewiston, Niagara, and worked their way this way. I saw my first infestation in Webster in August of 2023.
Okay.
You know, and since that, I'm sure they're moving eastward, but I don't really travel too far east of that. But they've moved southward, and, you know, I've seen them currently as far south as Penfield.
Wow. And so now that they're here and they've hit some of our neighborhoods, they've eaten up some of these boxwoods, what can we do? Is there an organic solution to this? Is there, you know, a more direct, effective product that we can use for treating these? What's a homeowner to do?
Well, we found that really the best approach is proactive. Birch crest, we inject a systemic insecticide at the base of the plant. It absorbs it. We do it in the springtime and stays in there all year. Most of the sprays that are available to the public to purchase are active for a week and a half, and the difficult thing about this pest, even though it's called the boxwood tree moth, it's their caterpillar stage that does all the damage. So the difficult thing is they have up to 5 generations a year, and they just lay eggs on boxwoods all year, all season long. Once the eggs hatch, they devour every leaf on a boxwood, or are capable of it, in a matter of a couple of days.
So if you didn't catch it at the right time, I mean, you're talking about days, and then you're saying that the egg life cycle itself could regenerate a fresh crop of moths in maybe another matter of days.
Yep, 4 or 5 times.
So even if you treated directly the plant, and you mentioned systemic, so for folks at home that may not know what that means, systemic means?
It means that it enters the plant and works from the inside of the plant rather than a spray that you would buy at the hardware store and spray from the outside.
And it protects the plant for an entire season, is that
Yes.
right? Okay,
Yes.
okay, so that's good. And so how are they actually spreading, I guess? So if I've got some on my boxwood that are sitting over here, and you've got your boxwood that's sitting over there, how is this getting from one spot back and forth to the next spot?
Through the adult stage of the insect.
Okay.
It's a moth. They can fly vast distances, and they fly over landscapes just looking for boxwoods to reproduce on. You know, they find them, they lay the eggs, and they don't live much longer than that as far as the adult stage goes. The eggs are on the undersides of the leaves. They hatch out and just start feeding. When they first hatch out, they're tiny. They grow up to maybe about an inch long, and they're green with yellow and black stripes.
Okay, so a homeowner that is looking at a boxwood and might suspect that there's something going on, the first place that you want to look is underneath the leaf. Is that?
You wouldn't see the eggs. You'll
Okay.
only see the caterpillars when they hatch
Okay.
out. And to see them when they first hatch out, you have to kind of inspect each plant, open it up a little because they're going to start feeding on the inside. By the time they're done in a very short time period, all the leaves there will be no green left on the plant, just the mid-rib of the leaf will be left, and a lot of webbing and frass.
So if you had a mature plant, say of this size, and they were infested, they were eaten, severely damaged by the pest, can they come back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I actually live in Lockport, and I have one that I hadn't treated because I didn't expect them to be there yet, and all of a sudden I went out one day and I look at it, every few days.
Sure.
The leaves were gone.
Wow.
So I started treating at that point, because even if it reproduces leaves, another moth can lay eggs on it and devour those leaves, and the plant can only reproduce leaves so many times. So it reproduced leaves, I treated it, and now it looks good, and I haven't had any problems this year.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And we were talking about an organic solution, but the organic solution really is not a very good solution.
Yeah. The only one I'm aware of is just mechanically inspecting the plants every day, and when you find them, put on rubber gloves and squish them.
Go to work. Go to work, right? Now, is this moth something that we need to worry about we've got a whole bunch of plants around us here. Is it going to go to tomatoes? Is it going to go to that maple tree, the cottonwood over there? Is it going to jump to anything else and devour it?
No, it's very specific to boxwoods at this time.
Okay.
Who knows what the future will bring, whether they'll adapt to another plant or not. Certainly other insects have done that, but currently the only thing that they feed on is boxwood.
That's good to know. And lastly here, if a homeowner was to go to a local garden store, I guess what would be the best product that they could try out for treatment?
Caterpillars are not hard to control. There's probably a dozen products at any garden center or hardware store. The thing to do is to ask somebody that works there and look at the label, and the label will say that it controls caterpillars. It'll just be a general category. But if it says that, then it works on that. And typically, if you just have a couple of plants, getting a little spritz bottle with a squeeze in works.
Sure. Oh, that's great. Mark, thanks for coming on. Hopefully we can have you on for other specific questions like
more
this.
Than happy.
We're getting thick into the weeds on some of these topics here, but thank you for your questions, too. If you have gardening questions, it's news@13wham.com. We'd love to have your questions on the air answered for you, and we're going to see you right after the break, folks.
$9:29, thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester this Thursday morning. The wildlife rock stars are back in studio this morning, and they are introducing us to another one of their exotic friends.
Yeah, Sarah Saylor and James Nugent are here. They brought along Ozzy Owlborn, the Eurasian eagle owl.
Yes.
Did I get that right? Eurasian eagle owl?
Yes.
He does it all, apparently. Tell us a little bit about Ozzy.
Yeah, so Ozzy is a Eurasian eagle owl. So he comes from northern Africa, Europe, and Asia. He is kind of in battle with the great horned owl of who is the largest owl species. He has a 6-foot wingspan. He weighs about 5 pounds, so he's mostly all feathers and hollow bones. And Ozzy is around 8 years old now, but being a bird, he could easily live over 50 years.
And he keeps on tickling Sarah with his tail feathers there. Where did Ozzy come from? How did you guys acquire him?
Yeah, so Ozzy came from a wonderful organization in Buffalo called Hawk Creek.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and you've had him since he was a little owlet, right?
Yes, yes. Custom Pest Control did a generous donation of giving Ozzy to us. So thank you for that. We absolutely love Ozzy, and we've had him since he was a little owlet.
And I mean, does he does pest control for you?
Occasionally, we do feed him. Everything is frozen and thawed properly, but he's a predator. So if you were to see a mouse scurrying through his outdoor enclosure, he might just go after that.
Geez, send him into the newsroom. We have a couple, little
Hey,
friends out there.
hey. He's absolutely gorgeous. Now, you said he has a wingspan of about 6 feet, Sarah.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yes, 6 feet. And one really fascinating fact about owls is they can rotate their head 270 degrees, and that's because they can't move their eyeballs. So his eyeballs are stuck forward at all times, and that makes up for, his head movement makes up for the lack of eye movement.
James, I've seen you do that a couple of times now. When he's looking directly at you, you kind of gently blow some air in his face. What is that?
Yeah, so Ozzy, with those bright eyes that take up about 3% of his body weight, he has telescopic vision. So when he focuses in on something, he kind of wants to go check it out and see what it is, whether it's a light, a quick movement, or some glare. So when he focuses on that, just kind of blowing on his eyes or giving him a different distraction, takes him away from focusing on that, and then he just relaxes.
Okay. And who does Ozzy live with? Does he have friends where he is, or is he kind of by himself?
Ozzy is by himself, and I think he likes it that way.
Well, we were talking during the commercial break. I asked James and Sarah who Ozzy is closer with, because as you mentioned, you've had him since he was an owlet. So he's really built he's grown up with the two of you, which is incredible. And James, you said you're third on the list.
Yeah, I'm probably third. He tolerates me. We have a pretty good relationship, but I know I'm definitely not his favorite.
Sarah, you're number one?
I am number one.
So
I'm proud of it.
Who's number two?
Catherine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yep.
He is just honestly beautiful when you look at his eyes and the coloring of his feathers and stuff. Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Camera, too, does a great job of capturing that. I imagine that when kids come and they get to see Ozzy, it's, an eye-opening experience.
Ozzy's a hoot.
Oh, my goodness. You're full of them.
But what's their response usually?
They're amazed, yeah. As soon as he comes out, he's definitely a jaw dropper. People never really get to see an owl up close and personal like this. And as you guys said, with his big size, his beautiful eyes, everybody loves Ozzy.
Does he make the typical whoo noise? Or
He does. He's very vocal.
Is he typically asleep during the day and awake at night?
He's crepuscular, so based on his eyes, you can kind of tell when he likes to hunt. So he likes to hunt during dawn and dusk when it's kind of that orangish pumpkin-colored sky.
Oh,
that's fair.
So now he's like, it's time to eat.
Yeah. So we're breakfast for him. Sarah, we would be remiss to have you both on and not talk about the incredible work Wildlife and Bridges does. Remind people at home if they're unfamiliar with the organizations.
Yeah, so Bridges for Brain Injury is dedicated to helping adults who've suffered from a traumatic brain injury or other disabilities. You are able to find more information on the services that we offer on our website. We have a lot going on social media, so please feel free to like Bridges for Brain Injury and the Wildlife Rockstars. And this Saturday, we will be going in 2 different directions. So we will be at 595 Frost Ave for a health and wellness festival. And then we will be at Tinker Nature Park for a Wild Tinker event.
Oh, wow. And will Ozzy be at either of those events?
He may be. He might be at Tinker Park. He may not be.
Okay.
But there's going to be somebody there.
There will be a lot of cool things there.
Very cool.
Very good.
Cool.
Hey, thank you both, all 3 of you, for coming in today. We appreciate it. And as always, we'll put information for the Wildlife Rockstars and Bridges for Brain Injury over on foxrochester.com.
9:35, don't go far, because when ARC Rochester returns, we are getting ready for a very special weekend and a special food and music festival happening in Victor.
Yeah, don't forget, take us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live. Join us right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and on foxrochester.com. We're back on the other side of the break. you're looking for a reason to get out and party this weekend, Victor's got you covered. The 4th annual Music and Food Festival is taking over Mead Square this Saturday, and it is completely free to attend. Partying, music, food, and free.
It's got everything people want.
Exactly.
All in one place.
Yep.
This morning, we're taking a closer look at all of the fun they have planned. For more, we're joined now by event producer Karen Lynch and Jenny Carroll from the presenting sponsor, Howard Hanna Victor. Thank you both so much for coming in. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So let's start with you, the presenting sponsor with Howard Hanna. Why and how did Howard Hanna get involved?
Yeah, so we meet with Karen and we were talking about a little bit about the festival and being part of the community, and it's one of our favorite things to do and how to get involved. And outside of open houses and closings and meeting with the community and neighbors, and the music festival was a way to connect with the community outside of those things. And it was a hit the first year.
And what better way to connect with the community than have an event like this?
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about it right when it started, food, music, anything that they could imagine. Give us the rundown of what people can expect.
So this year we added a 4th stage, which is great. And so we have 6 bands on 4 stages. We have a ton of food and drink vendors there. We do have security, so leave your food, drink at home because we want to make sure our vendors are, they're what they're being paid for.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
And we've got fireworks at 10. We have on our main stage, we have our headliner is M80s again, and then we've got State Line, Modern Country Band, and we have Riverside Avenue, who's here with us today.
I feel like you guys, the event just gets a little bit bigger each and every year. Talk to us about the planning that goes into this, if you would.
There's so much planning. Luckily, we have a great partnership with the village, Victor, who really, they help us everything with fencing and the porta potties, bringing in all of the facilities crews that we need to help actually day of. But leading up to it, working with the stage companies, the sound companies, coordinating all the bands and food and drink vendors, and getting the alcohol permits and everything. The town is a great partner as well, so we're very fortunate.
A lot of work, but a lot of fun.
Yeah. And your 4th time around here, so I imagine you're getting your footing at this point. It's like, all right, well, we know that this, whatever porta potty company is great and we can rely on them. And then, we know that we want to go with these people for the chair setup or whatever. I imagine at this point, it's all of the things are kind of smoothing out, right?
Yes, absolutely. And just even within the Victor community, in addition to our great sponsors, Fire on Main is like, they open up their entire their parking lot, and they allow all of the food vendors to park there.
Oh, wow.
There's just such a great community partner, and we really couldn't do it without their support too. So it's awesome.
Everyone really comes together for this event, and the entire community.
Oh, aside from that, because it sounds like that is a great part that you both like, what is your favorite part of this event? Is there something that you're looking forward to this year more than ever?
Oh,
I'll say for me, the event has just grown so much throughout the years. Our first year we had about 2,000 people. Last year we had about 5,000. And we anticipate with the weather looking so beautiful, I think we're going to have a really good turnout, especially in response to all of our posts. And thank you so much for helping to promote it for us.
Absolutely.
And fireworks at 10.
How about the live music? Do we like the live music?
Yeah. So for us as a leading sponsor too, watching everybody else enjoy it is really exciting. And this year too, my daughter wasn't going to be there, and she's like, what do you mean I'm not going to be there? Like, we have to be there. We have to change our plans, and we have to be there. And sure enough, that's exactly what we did, and we were able to. So she's like, yes, I'm going to be able to go there and participate and be there.
People don't want to miss it.
Exactly. So even, an 11-year-old who wants to be able to be there. So, kudos to Karen for being able to put on an awesome event.
I appreciate that she's 11 years old and she's like, we're changing our plan.
Yes.
She's like taking control. That's awesome.
Taking charge.
She likes to throw out the t-shirts.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so free t-shirts too.
Yeah.
Amazing. Free admission, free t-shirts. Yeah. What is the key in your eyes to throwing a successful festival like this?
Collaboration, everybody working together. I mean, it's maybe my company's name is on it, but this is a total community event. And without those sponsors, honestly, we couldn't have free admission. And, you know, it really stemmed from the COVID. You know, we had a decline in a lot of events and stuff, and then we were able to pick it back up and have just a great turnout with a lot of people in the community coming out. So.
Community, neighbors, sponsors, food, music, T-shirts.
Yeah.
You can't ask for much more.
Yeah.
You really can't. One more time for somebody sitting at home, when, where, and remind them how much it costs.
Okay. This Saturday, 4 to 10 at Mead Square. It's right in the heart of the village. You will not miss it if you drive down 96. And it's free. Absolutely free.
Who doesn't love free?
Thank you both so much for being here. And don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we're sitting down with one of the bands getting ready to perform at Victor's Music and Food Festival.
Yeah, they're also going to be performing for us live here in studio. You're not going to want to miss it. We're back on the other side of the break. Continuing to preview this Saturday's 4th annual Victor Music and Food Festival. And in our last segment, we talked all about the food, all about the fun, but now it's about the music.
Yeah, we're joined now by one of the bands who will be taking the stage this Saturday. We have Riverside Avenue joining us. Lead singer Mike Speranza is going to be the spokesperson for us today, but you brought the whole crew.
Everybody's here. The gang's all here.
Excellent. Tell us about the band.
So we are Riverside Avenue. We're dedicated completely to the music of REO Speedwagon. Wow. One of my favorites, my lifelong favorites, and you know I always say we're not a look-alike band, but we focus completely on the authenticity to play real REO Speedwagon music.
Very good.
Terrific. Excellent. And Mike, can you go around and just introduce us to all of the players here in the band?
Sure, we'll start here. Lance Hoffman plays keyboards. We call him the professor because he knows everything about music.
Perfect.
Dan Eberth on bass guitar.
All right.
This is Dave Williams. He plays drums. Today he's playing the cajon.
Very good.
Wow.
And Charlie Trahan on lead guitar.
Excellent.
Very nice.
All of these guys share in some of the vocals. We're going to see how that works today, and you know.
How long have you all been performing together?
This band is about, where are we, about a year and a half old.
Wow. Okay, only a year and a half.
Yeah, we start out, we have another band kind of with a couple different players, but we played one night, and the last song we closed with was an REO Speedwagon song, and we're sitting, well, coincidentally in a bar, having a little after cocktail, and I believe it was Dan's idea that said, hey, you know what? Everybody loved that REO song. We should do an REO tribute band. And it was born then, and it's like, okay.
Just kind of took off?
We just rolled with it, and we rolled with the changes.
Rolled with the changes.
We made it work, and we are having so much fun doing this, and you know, it's...
How many times have all of you, did you perform last year at the festival?
Yeah, we played, actually with our other band, Shades of Grey, we played a couple of times, 2 years, I think, with Shades of Grey at the festival. I've played solo there maybe the first year or so, and this is the first year that we've got our Riverside Avenue in there. We're going to get the ball rolling right at, there's that rolling again. We're going to get the ball rolling right at 4 o'clock.
Very good.
Terrific. What stage are you on?
We are on the main stage.
On the
There we
main
go.
stage.
We're big,
People aren't going to be able to
important
miss
rock
you.
stars. Yeah.
Pretty important. Pretty important players
We'll
to
play
the festival.
anywhere that anyone will put us.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right, so looking forward to you guys taking the stage this weekend. You're going to give us a little performance in studio. What are we going to be hearing?
We're gonna do "Time for Me to Fly." This is one of my favorites. It's one we've played probably right from the beginning, and it's one people know, and you know, you guys are welcome to sing along.
That's why Abby's got the mic.
Yeah.
All right, so for you at home, ladies and gentlemen, Riverside Avenue, take it away. Okay, final thoughts here at 9:56 on ARC Rochester. We want to hand it back over to the band. Make sure to wake up with us again tomorrow morning starting at 4:57. We're over on
13 WHAM
right.
ABC. We have much more live local news coming up later today for 13 WHAM News at midday. We will see you.